Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. My name is Graham Cracker J, and I am currently having a horrible time with this cold. I am annoyed with it. I'm ready for it to be over. This is my first cold of the winter season, so I am pretty happy about that because I could have had this way earlier. But anyway, y'all, I wanted to get on here and talk about grace and giving grace. So I have been a victim of someone who just cannot forgive me. And I internalized it and I literally punished myself because this person just would not forgive me. And I felt like I did this person so dirty. In realization, like looking back, I'm like, I I can see where I did wrong, but personally I'm like, I don't see why I held on to that punishment and punished myself for so long. And I guess it's because the person who I had done this to had been aggressive and was never truly willing to forgive what I did. Um but anyway, you know, that's where giving myself grace came in. I realized that I was internalizing so much and feeling like I deserved all of this pain when really I didn't. When you apologize to someone and you're sincere and you mean it, and that person doesn't accept the apology, that's not your problem anymore. You have taken up for yourself. And it took me a minute to realize that because when you think about it and you think about like bad things that you've done to people, you really are kind of just mad at yourself that you even did it. Some people are. Some people, they could care less. But for me, in this case, I care. I don't want to hurt people that I love. And usually the people who I do love get the backlash the most because they're right in your face. You love them, right? But learning to give myself grace and learning that the forgiveness needs to be on my side more than their side. Like, I can say sorry as many times as I want to someone, but if they're not willing to forgive, that's on them. And that's another thing. If you are going through life and you're holding these grudges and holding this pain of how others have like treated you, instead of just taking yourself out of the equation, that's going to hurt you in the long run. You should not be holding on to those pains. You have to kind of look at it as we're all human. We're going to hurt each other. We're going to love each other. We're going to go through these phases of life. And most of the time, when someone is hurting you, it's not because of you, it's them. Most of the times that I've hurt people and I've done dirty things, like, done some dirt, it's because I was not happy about my situation and where I was. It was because I couldn't control the the pent up energy that the day to day was giving me, you know? It was either I wasn't happy with my job or I was in a fight with my significant other. There was just a lot more to it. And I know that a lot of people who are angry or lash out, even lashing out to strangers, like I've noticed that it's like, okay, this person's having a bad day. And we never know what that person's truly going through because we hold secrets as humans. We don't sit here and be like, oh, I'm sad because this happened, or someone cut me off in the parking lot. So now that just messed up my mood, and I'm going into the local grocery store mad and angry, and you just were an easy target because you were standing by the peanut butter and I wanted the peanut butter and you were taking too long to choose. I know what I want. Look at that story. That was just off the head. But you know what, you guys, like, for real, forgiveness and grace go a long way. And if you don't get the other side of the forgiveness, so say if you were the person who did something dirty or did the dirt, and they're not forgiving you, you have to forgive yourself. Okay? Of course, apologize about the situation, but just remember that you can't control the other person's um emotions. You can't control how what you did made them feel. Um and that you did what you could. Because listen, y'all, we are not in debt to those that we hurt. We are not. And if it hurts the people that much that we are the way we are, then that's on them. You know, there's healing on both sides that we have to do. So if you're the type of person that always holds grudges, breathe it out, y'all. Breathe it out. You don't deserve to hold a grudge. You don't deserve that aggression. And that aggression will build up. And it will cause other relationships to fail because, you're holding that. And if you're the type of person who feels like you need to be punished because you did something bad to someone and you hurt someone, you don't. You don't deserve to be hurt. You don't deserve to go through that your whole life, Of course, learn from your actions and try and not do that again, as we all are creatures of habit, and we're all in a cycle, and literally everybody goes through the same thing. We've got our different branches of ages. At our teenagers, we don't know. We're entitled to everything. We don't know, but we know everything, And then we got our 20s where we're just like, I should know what I'm doing, but I don't know. And then we have our 30s where it's kind of like, I really was stressing over that, and not to discount, like, when younger people are going through certain things, but when you look back, you're like, oh, that wasn't really that big of a deal, or oh man, I should have treated this situation differently. Just look back and give that younger person, grace, and understand that they were going through a lot. And this really does, like, this whole giving grace really has to do with giving yourself honesty, being honest with who you were at that point and who you are now, and allowing the growth. All right, y'all. That is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that you're notified every time I post. Also, comment down below, how do y'all feel about grace? Have y'all been giving yourself grace? Are you new to giving yourself grace? Are you still holding on to those past things that you've done that you should really be forgiving yourself for? Let me know in the comments down below. And with that being said, I will see y'all later.